What's going on, everyone? Tom here. I put together a watch list for this week of some of the best setups I see in the market and something you could look out for. If there's any that stand out to you, be sure to add them to your watch list, chart them up, see if you agree. So let's get right into it. First off, I got S&P futures. Yes, so this correlates with SPY. So I see we are in a bullish pennant. This is a 4-hour chart, daily chart, pretty much shows the same thing. The bullish pennant, that's an indication that we will go higher. So overall, we've been making higher lows, which is important. Right now, this trend line is our support, and in order to keep this higher lows, we want our low to be above 35.13, but that's below their trend line. So first case is we want this to hold. So we're looking for a breakout of this in the intermediate term to continue to move higher. Let's move right into the NASDAQ. So daily chart. We're kind of in this pattern right here, but we try to break out of it. We hit daily supply, so now it is used. Have a 1-hour demand here, or 4-hour demand. So we're near this resisting trend line point here. So either we break out of it and continue higher to this used zone where there's less sell orders remaining, or we sell off a bit into demand. So we shall see what happens with tech this week. Plug. This is mostly on my watch list just because it was a great play this past week, and I've kept it on, to keep on watch. Increase in volume was nice to see. So we'll see if we continue to make higher highs on Plug. Moving right into Amazon, I really like this long term and short term. Bigger picture here, we are in this pennant, or this, whatever you want to call it, triangle. So shorter term, we have this triangle here that we're getting real tight on. Holding this fib as support, holding this trend line, and it's getting really tight with this resisting trend line. So we're looking for a break here. We'll use the fibs as a tool, but ultimately I think we make a move higher up to here with Amazon. So Amazon, I'd consider taking some calls, especially with Black Friday on. A lot of people riding that momentum. So it's top 3 play for me this week. Also in that top 3, I have Canopy Growth CGC. This setup is A+. We're holding this fib here. We're holding this supporting trend line, and we do have another bullish pennant with election in Biden's favor and legalization, all that stuff in the news. We saw a pop and a consolidation for another move. So we're looking for a breakout of this bullish pennant to see the magic fib 61.8 for 25.43 or so. And if we don't stop there, we could be making new short-term highs. AMD is another name I really like. Let's go to the daily. So if we're using this resisting trend line, we kind of broke out and we retested and made a move higher. The magic fib is acting as resistance here. So we need to see a break over 86. This is rough. I didn't make it exact. So we need to hold over 86 to make a move higher. I really like AMD. If you're in AMD, I wouldn't give up hope yet. So it all depends where you draw this, though. So you could see it as that, but still, the fib is important. Baba, I really like Baba. We took Baba long this past week out of this falling wedge and out of demand. So dark pool levels showed 269. The next one was 284. So I think we could continue this run. Maybe we see it cool off and then a continuation run. But either way, I really like Baba for the long term. It was a great short-term play last week, and we'll see if it is again this week. But ultimately, I'm aiming for 288 to 290 range, as I do believe in Baba, and I think great things are ahead for Baba. Zoom, let's go to a 1-hour, turn off after hours. So previously we had a 1-hour supply, came up, tested it, reacted from it, and now we are inside the used zone since we already used it, and there's less sell orders lingering. So we're looking for a break over this previous high, 446.55, old support, new resistance. We do see this retail gap. If you do turn on after hours, it's not there, but it still matters. It shows where the market hour levels are. So we could see this 470 level again, where the majority of the volume was, and possibly back up to 498, 497. So Zoom's definitely on watch. I'm looking for a break. Also could take puts here if the supply reacts again. Moving into Tesla, we did see this crazy pop out of this big consolidation period. And now I think we could be forming a bull flag on the 1 hour. It's hard to stay bullish on Tesla because dark pools and algos have taken profits, but retail are going to continue to chase this name and push the price up higher. So we'll see. We could fall to this fib. We could break out of the bull flag. Either way, Tesla's always a good scalp opportunity. Space, not necessarily a top watch this week at all, but definitely had some momentum. Previous resistance point, we tested it. If we see a break, I think we could see this again. So Virgin Galactic is definitely another one I'll watch. Not at the top of the list by any means. Boeing hit daily supply. As you can see, bottom of body, top to wick. Went and tested it. Went to a 5-minute chart. Pre-market, we opened up inside of it, and as soon as the bell opened, we sold off. So hit that supply zone. Could have took puts 222 down to 200, and as of lately, the 199 to 200 level has been where buyers stepped in. So we'll see what happens Monday. But if we go to a 1 hour, you could see that possible head and shoulders forming with this gap here, 187. So Boeing, I'm not necessarily bullish on. Dark poolers have mainly exited this trade. They've taken their profits, and I do believe the next level is down in this 186, 187 level, and it coincides with the gap. TLT, the longer term play, I still like it. We saw 2 green weekly candles. This would be a great play with lower interest rates. So it's a good thing to hold in long term, but it's not at the top of the watch list. This is something that LB pointed out. Blue, nothing I'm too familiar with. It just caught my attention with the technicals, so something to keep on watch. It's a cheap play. This is a special acquisition company. I'm not here to really talk about the details of the company, just the potential. So the company is Stable Road Acquisition. It's merging with Momentous, and it's a space infrastructure company. Some of the partnerships are SpaceX, Lockheed Martin, and NASA. I believe some of the merge dates are in December or early 2021. So here I'm looking at warrants. I won't get into the actual stock, but something to keep an eye on. Cheap play. FLGT, see a little bit of a flag action going on. Another one pointed out by LB. So keeping that one on watch. Twillo, I just wanted to point out that we had this retail gap. And again, if you turn on extended hours, you won't really see this, but this is where buyers step in. I just want to point out that if you keep an eye on any ticker and you see a gap up like this, just know you'll eventually get that slow gap down, and buyers are ready to step in once this is filled, because it's gone from 255 to 305. That's a 50-point move. Would have been really great profits if you watch a ticker like this. Really won't get into NEO. We'll just see if the momentum continues, but that's kind of it for the week. Some of the top watches again, of course, the futures, and then Amazon, CGC, AMD, and BABA, some of my top watches. So good luck this week. If you have any questions, drop a comment. Thanks.